When they hear Sandstorm and Sir Big Spur starts getting those claws sharpened, Williams-Brice Stadium comes alive in support of their South Carolina Gamecocks. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on another SEC rival, the South Carolina Gamecocks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Buckeyes will put total leather and we'll get started. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense will get the first crack at it here. And here's the band they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
Wasting no time taking a shot. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Takes it the other way. He's at the 20. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception. That is what we call in the industry a rather inauspicious start.
No doubt, Reese. And just the quarterback and his receiver not on the same page on that throw. You're trying to come out in the game. You're trying to set the tone. That is not how this offense envisioned this game opening up.
To the air, it's Matthews coming after it. Pocket starts to collapse. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Buckeyes! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, Dave.
Pass on the way. It's picked off. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. Offense in a bunch formation. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He slings it deep to the left. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. That big play really has them in business. It's 1st and 10 from the 11. Trying to get to him. Firing to the right, complete. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss.
South Carolina, 0.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow.
Off he goes! And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Leaves it with the running back. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
At the 20, he's got space. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually alive.
Brings up second and goal.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting the second half when you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
And the returner goes down. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And one.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And that pass picked off. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. And after the interception, he brings it back and gets it inside the 35.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Got his man downfield. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Well, with this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line, finding creases.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. It's good. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Unleashes one deep. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The aerial assault continues. Getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Unloads it downfield. And he intercepts it. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Wide open downfield. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Splits the uprights right down the middle. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
He's got trips right, a single receiver to the left on second and short. Looking for a man. It's Matthews. Going for the big play. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
21, South Carolina, 13.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
The give to the back. Will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter.
On the play. Third down coming up.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line.
21, South Carolina, 13.
They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Back to pass, it's Johns. Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off. Taking it the other way. The 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Ohio State, 28. South Carolina, 13.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
They're setting up the screen. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And the Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Fires to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line. They'll have it 1st and 10. He wants to throw. They're bringing heat. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
You know, we're only in the first half of this football game, and already this offense has had tons of success throwing the football. The defense has to disrupt his rhythm, and they finally do there, getting the sack. They've given up 3 TD passes. Let's see if they can continue with the pass rush moving forward.
They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield, it's Matthews. He's got his man. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Camarda.
With the carry, it's the runback. Picks up 7. Brings up 2nd down.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. They'll keep it on the ground. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Kept it on the ground on 1st down. See if they stick with that plan on 2nd. Quick handoff. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Wants to return it. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
He fires one deep down the right side. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
To the air, it's Matthews. Going downfield for the big play. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear it.
And the pass hits, picked off. Got room on the return. And he's wrapped up after he... Turn on the pick. First down here for the offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. He'll try to do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. The Gamecocks in the hurry up. On 3rd down, going up top. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. And here comes the punt team.
Number 19, on to kick it away.
Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also get...
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them, and I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. West Virginia is ahead right now, but that's not exactly Major Harris out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Iowa State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Got his man on the outside. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Linebacker shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Men, it is hard to beat Columbia when that town is buzzing as it is today. 2 quarters of both sides feeling each other out. And it's likely to come down to which offense can find a way to generate some big plays. Adjustments will be a part of it. Maybe it's time these typically conservative play callers open up the playbook. Nothing crazy, but a calculated risk here and there to try to gain an edge in what's been a stalemate. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the corner of George Rogers Boulevard and Bluff Road, Williams-Brice Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Gamecocks will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Roll that offense back out there. Line gets set, first down. They'll open this third quarter with a run. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Running back searching for a hole. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. The Buckeyes get it past the sticks.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the stomping has commenced. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score Ohio State 49, South Carolina.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Got it in the middle. It's Morrison. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone and make himself open for the quarterback and make it a much easier pass. Great job.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
They move the tight end all over. Off play action on first down. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Fires to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's John. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. The Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Was looking for more running room but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. Able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. Looking for a huge play. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
That incompletion leads to second down and 10. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Fourth down and 12 is four-down territory for this offense. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the offense falls on the ball, but they'll still have to give it up. They're short of the first down.
Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Fires to the middle. Snags it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
And they did tack on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
49.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that 3rd down and short.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They pushed it out to the 39 after picking up 5.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Trying to get the corner. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Holding.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. And the Buckeyes are on the move. They'll leave it with him. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. So after the first down run, here's second down. Looking for room, it's Freeman. At the 45, on his way. Knocked off his feet.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next 3rd down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them. And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today. How about that 4th down? I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the first down, and now Palmer just watching it go tick, tick, tick.
Yep. Listen, it's just imposing your will, right? You know you're running it. The opponent knows you're running it there on fourth down. There's just nothing they can do to stop it.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. He lets it fly. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It has just been that kind of day for this guy. 4 picks now thrown in this game. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. He just hasn't been throwing the football accurately. This is a game he would like to soon forget.
Looking downfield, it's John. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the...
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
Third down coming up.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And that pass intercepted. And with that turnover, that'll finish the game. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.